Hello everybody, a very warm welcome to today's episode of Ask the Accountant Pit Stop Podcast. We're still here at Accountex 2026 and we are making sure that you're getting the best current crop of podcasters we can think of. So, speaking of which, who are you right here?
Hi, I'm Marcus Roskill from eppiqTimer, and I'm here today to talk about that bane of every accountant's life, timekeeping.
Definitely. And we've had the privilege to have a look at it, everything else, do some work with you before. In your high pitch sales pitch, where would you say is really solving those pain points in your eyes?
Well, we've done some analysis on accountants, and the bare minimum that they spend doing their timesheets each day is 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So you multiply that up by the hourly rate, the billable hourly rate, number of fee earners you've got, plus the admin people, and you very quickly get to a very large number in wasted time.
Yeah.
So that's the main thing. The second thing, of course, is the human side of it. Everybody hates timesheets.
Yeah.
The fee earners hate filling them out. The person whose responsibility it is to collate all of the timesheets absolutely hates chasing for them. They're universally hated, I feel, timesheets.
Literally at every step, right?
Yes, indeed. So our mission was to remove that bugbear from everybody's working daily life, and do whatever we can to automate the process, and so that it spits out a partially or completely filled timesheet at the end of the week.
So in your world, how have you tackled this age-old change that we've all had in the accounting industry of fixed versus hourly rate, right? Yeah. Now, I'm pretty confident what you're going to say here, but for people out there who think, well, I'm fixed, why do I need to worry about timesheets? What are you saying to them?
Well, indeed, most accountants now do have a fixed price model for certain particular, end of year accounts, for example. I mean, that's a fairly good example. But of course, one set of end of year accounts may differ from another set of end of year accounts.
Exactly.
And having a fixed fee is all fine and large, but you don't, as the practice manager or as the team manager, you don't actually really know which of your clients is taking up that 80% of the time, and which perhaps should be on maybe a slightly elevated level for the fixed rate. With accurate time tracking, of course, you can make that analysis. You can go back and you can have a look at the time. You can see, well, how much time did we spend on these guys last year?
Yeah.
And actually go back to them and say, sorry guys, your case is a bit more complicated for all the reasons you're aware of. We need to be elevating that fixed price a little bit.
And with proof, right? You've not just made up a number, right?
That's indeed exactly that. We can drill right down into the data and do it on a per second basis if they really want to know that accurate.
And what about from a point of view of capacity planning? Have you kind of ever helped accountants with that data to start looking into that? Because that's the one thing where, as you grow, as your practice goes from strength to strength, hopefully, and a lot of our listeners are going through those same growing pains, there comes a point where capacity planning, you either put your finger up in the air and go, that'll do, or you can use real data to help that, right? Have you come across accountants using that data for that point?
Absolutely, it's a very good point. Both from the capacity side of things and also the training side, we've also we've come across scenarios where a practice can look at the time taken, going back to the fixed fees. You might have 5 or 6 people in a team, and you might discover that 5 of them are spending 20 hours to do a task, and one of them is only spending 10 hours to do the task.
Yeah.
So is that person cutting corners, or has that person found a better way, a more efficient way of doing the same job?
Yeah.
So being able to then identify that and ask that person to explain to the others in the team what it is that they're doing that makes them that much more efficient can only benefit the practice in the end. Yes, and to your point about capacity planning, the same goes for that. If you're seeing an increase in audit clients or R&D tax credits clients or whatever your niche might happen to be, you can do that analysis and you can say, well, we've got 15 people doing it now, or we've got 150 people doing it now. what proportion of time could be allocated.
Yeah.
If we could get more clients of that same ilk, how many more people do we have to hire based on
Yeah.
the time?
Yeah. Because one thing, you don't want to leave a hire until the last minute, right? Like, you
Indeed.
need data, you need touch points to be able to make those decisions, right?
Of course, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
As you say, it's either stick a wet finger in the air or it's
Only gets you so far.
well, indeed, yeah, it doesn't work with the tax man, that.
It's very true.
Or you can look at the data,
Yeah.
and really that's where in a modern practice we should all really be looking at data. You know, there's this whole buzz about AI and automation and all of that sort of thing. Timesheets is a horrible subject, as we said at the beginning, and it's low-hanging fruit, really. It's very easy to look at it, apply some automation, apply some technology, and really make some changes.
I love that. So what's your background then? Why timesheets and everything else? What's kind of got you to this point?
Yeah, well, I've run a digital agency for 20 years, and we had the same problem with our team when we grew to a point where I no longer knew which clients were being worked on day by day. I had a niggling feeling in the back of my head. I was thinking, well, you know, it seems to me that every time I ask anyone, they're talking about the same 3 or 4 clients. What about the other 100 clients? You know, what are they being attended to, or are they just being pushed aside in preference to the larger clients?
Yeah.
And that concerned me because, of course, then you get a phone call. Marcus, what are your guys doing for us this
we're
month?
paying you this fee.
Yeah,
What do we
we're
get
paying
for
you
it?
every month, and what are we actually getting?
Yeah.
So that's where eppiqTimer came from. Actually,
Nice.
was we developed it in house to keep an eye on what was going on. You know, which clients were being touched every month, which ones were using a lot more time.
Yeah.
And then I could go back to them and I could say, look, we love what we do for you, but we're just going to have to talk about a few more hours with you.
Yeah.
Because we're doing, we started off with some small stuff, and now we've both grown together, and we've got a lot more people doing work for you. We need a few more hours from
But
you.
again, based on facts, right?
Based on facts, indeed.
Not just like trying to nickel and dime. It's based on actual.
Of course,
Yeah, I love
that's
that.
right.
Yeah. So, what do you think about this event here? Because you've said you came to last year. That's what you said.
That's right. Yeah.
And with your digital agency, I assume you've been to other events like this before. How do you find an accountant or Accountex itself compared to the rest?
Well, it's got a buzz. I mean, in my industry, from the marketing point of view, we have a similar show just up the corridor at the XL in November, and it doesn't have the buzz that
Really?
Accountex has. Actually, I don't know. Maybe it's just the industry that we're in, but no, it's great. I've only been here an hour or so because I got the train up this morning, but it's already got a really good feel for it.
Yeah. There's definitely a sense of community at the moment, isn't there? And people are got questions, and everyone's got kind of questions to ask, and everyone's just wanting to talk. That's the point of being here, isn't it? It's talking to one another.
Yeah, that's right. We all spend so much time on Zoom or Teams or whatever it is on online meetings. It is lovely to get out there and meet people face to face.
Definitely. What are you most looking forward to from this event?
Well, I'm looking forward to meeting suppliers and partners and practice management systems reps from those guys. A lot of them are unaware of eppiqTimer, so I'm very keen to get the message out there that there is a time tracking tool out there that works for them and for their clients. So those guys, also the integrators, ISPs who are talking to accountants on a daily basis about Microsoft licenses and Teams licenses and Zoom and all of that stuff. Those guys are really good prospects or partners for eppiqTimer because they're in talking to the accountants every day.
Yeah.
So
and the accountants trust them, right, to find the right solution for the right problems.
That's right. That's right.
So, when you come to an event like this, you're taking time out of your business. You're, and for good reason, right? Especially for you, the networking inside and getting in front of people is going to be your best way of pushing your product, right?
Yeah.
But how do you make the most out of an event like this? Because I think for a lot of people, especially in our audience, they may never have come to an event. They may have been a bit scared about coming to an event. How are you finding it? How do you get the most out of these sort of events?
Well, of course, top of the list is this podcast with you, Aaron. No, there is a lot of that. There's the pressing the flesh, meeting people,
Yes.
having good discussions, much more in a much more informal atmosphere than it would be to a pre-arranged meeting.
Yeah.
With an
or
agenda
a network or event or something like that.
networking. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When I bowl up on a stand, they don't know who I am. I don't know what they do. Okay, I can glance at their boards and things, but it's lovely to talk to other people, talk to exhibitors, talk to the people who are out there in the accountancy world, have a bit of a chit chat about the industry, pick up lots of information. It's great just being here for the buzz, I think.
Yeah, definitely, I can see that. What do you love about this industry itself then? What's kind of, like you said you've started in other parts of the industry and you see like the similarities, but what made you think that accounting is going to be a good fit for you, and what gives you kind of that buzz to help them?
Well, we've had a lot of traction in the legal profession with solicitors. And I hate to say it, but the legal profession is a few steps ahead of the accountancy profession in terms of adoption of technologies, integrations, automations, workflows, all of that, all of those buzzwords. And I suppose it's the next obvious industry for those automations.
Yeah.
And time tracking is equally pertinent to solicitors as it is to accountants. It's the lifeblood of their entire business. The solicitors have really grasped eppiqTimer and really get it, love it, and now it's a question of talking to the accountants, accountancy world. We get a lot within the solicitors, within legal professions. We find that the practices are now employing people from outside the industry to become their IT experts or their technology experts within the practice. And we're starting to see that trend within accountancy as well. The bigger practices are now employing head of operations or a head of IT or somebody like that who may not have been in accountancy, they may not be an accountant, they may not ever have been inside an accountant's practice. But they bring with them a different set of skills, which is, how can I take this practice, which has got lots of great ideas and workflows and things, but it's a bit clunky, and pull it all together and make it a lot more efficient.
Yeah. I like that. That's what you kind of love about that industry, because I think what you're saying there is there's opportunity for you, right? And there's definitely, and we're crying out for, innovation in certain aspects, and definitely time sheets have been one for a long time.
Yeah.
But what about what you don't like about the accounting industry? Is there anything you'd wish you could change, or anything you go that keeps you up at night?
From the point of view of trying to get the message out there, the usual scenario with the smaller practices is that each member of the senior partner team wears two hats.
Yes.
And so, in addition to doing client work, they also wear an IT hat, or they wear a marketing hat, or an HR hat, or whatever it is, and trying to find time with that busy person who's wearing probably more than two hats, actually, in the real world, to explain to them how much time they could be saving, the efficiencies of streamlining the processes. It's like the cartoon of the caveman pushing the cart along the road, and it's got square wheels, and there's a chap standing by the side of the road with a round wheel.
Yeah, good way of putting it.
And the guy's pushing the cart is saying, "Go away, I haven't got time to talk to you." It's kind of that sort of scenario.
Yeah.
If I could just get in front of them and explain what we're doing, the light goes on.
How you're doing it differently.
The light goes on.
It's not that traditional timekeeping scenario, right? Like, you've got to just put those, because unfortunately it's been tainted, hasn't it, as the bad brush of, like we said before, it's all negativity, where it doesn't have to be negativity, right?
Exactly that, right? You're quite right, Aaron, and that's what we're trying to change. We're trying to change the negative.
Okay, this one's a quirky question, but we ask everyone. Imagine we gave you a time machine. With that time machine, you go back 12 months. I want you to think of a technology, app, software, a kitchen gadget, whatever it's going to be. What we're trying to find is those little bits of things that you wish you'd known sooner, and you wish you could tell yourself 12 months, 24 months, whatever it's going to be, and it's changed the game for you now, but you wish you could have told yourself earlier to start using. Anything you can think of that fits that mold?
Well, in my world, Zapier
Yes.
is and sorry, there are other automation
Good
helpers.
shout. Yeah.
But Zapier was a revelation for me. I discovered Zapier about 7 or 8 years ago, and in fact, on the agency side, we are Zapier partners. So we help other clients, our clients, to integrate, connect things using Zapier.
Yeah.
From eppiqTimer's point of view, it's really helped us because we're completely API based. A lot of the tools now that accountants are using are API based. So if you want to feed timesheet data into Xero or QuickBooks or any other tool, practice management systems as well, we can do that via Zapier.
Instead of you having to build every single one.
Exactly, instead of having to actually integrate into each one.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Yeah, and it's a really good point as well, because I think Zapier has been one of those things where it's had such a resurgence now, and I think there's a lot of people kind of clicking, and it's clicking in their brain of, oh, that's why we should be using Zapier or Zapier, whatever we call it, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's really good to see that resurgence coming through. What about if we had a time machine going the other way, though? So buzzwords, this question's aged like milk, because this is probably way too old now, but how do you think AI is going to, and we're going to put it on there, normally it's very generic, how do you think AI is going to figure you going forward? But for you, how do you think AI is going to enable things like timesheets and stuff going forward? Do you see that as because for me, and maybe I'm being naive here, for me I feel like that's a great analysis tool there, right?
Yeah, well, AI is very interesting. There are two parts to that. First of all, when people say AI, they often mean automation.
Yes. Yeah.
And that is, and then the second part of it is that a large part of the AI conversation is around large language models. So where you're putting text into a ChatGPT or any of the others, and you're asking it to refine it or to précis it or whatever it is. That works okay, but it's not really. It doesn't help with the business side of things. You can't say to AI, right, connect my practice management system with my expenses and my audit, and I want to put the whole thing together and fire a P11D to HMRC.
Yeah.
It just won't.
Yeah. It'll hallucinate you or everything else.
Yeah. The whole thing. So people are getting overblown with the capabilities of AI.
Yeah.
Because they think it's going to be the panacea. It's going to solve all of their problems.
To replace humans. That's what they see.
That's
now.
right.
Right.
But actually, what you need is somebody who knows the technologies, who knows what APIs are, knows what endpoints are, knows how to connect through authorization and all of that, and SSL. And I mean, these are terms that I'm spitting out, which may be completely foreign to a lot of the audience. But that's the point. A lot of this technology.
And you still need that expert in the field to understand that, right? Like that's
exactly. Yeah, that's right. So the danger with AI, to summarize, is that everybody thinks, oh, I can just connect up to GPT's API and it'll solve all of my practice problems. But the reality is very far from that.
Yeah, no, I see that a lot. When you're talking about practice problems, one of the big problems our industry's gone through, and I'm sure you've seen it in others, is remote working.
Yeah.
Have you seen eppiqTimer being able to kind of help with that remote working? Because there is I trust my team explicitly.
Yeah.
But I still have to be able to, it's only fair that team member A and team member B are working, in an efficient manner and actually, churning out the work that they should be, right? And I think, have you seen that eppiqTimer has been something that's been able to bridge that gap and help people get that confidence back?
Absolutely. And in fact, we had an interesting case not so long ago with neurodivergent members of a accounting practice who found going into an open plan office quite concerning for them.
Yeah.
So for them, working from home, both from the physical point of view and the mental point of view, was a great advantage. And they didn't necessarily want to do 9 to 5 or 8:30 to 4:30, whatever it was. they found that they had points during the day when they were mentally stronger than at other points.
Yeah.
And so they could spread their time over when it was helpful for them to be at the most productive.
Yeah.
And as long as the client is getting attention,
100%. Yeah,
then
yeah.
frankly, it doesn't matter
No.
when people are doing the work. They don't have to be in the office at 8:30 until 4:30. So that's just one
Great example, yeah.
example of where having reliable time tracking that is not it's not a finger pointing exercise, it's not a big brother thing, it's just helping the employees so that the employer, the practice manager can work with them.
Yeah. And when you think about welfare being such a prevalent topic at the moment, which should be in our
That's
industry,
right, yeah.
and you think that we've got a talent shortage as we've got, what we don't want to do is make it more difficult for good people to do good work. So
Of course.
having a tool like yours just to go, right, let's be more flexible, let's work to your strengths.
Yeah.
That's got to be great for the whole industry, right?
I hope so. I hope that's the message that I can get across today, Aaron.
Definitely. All right, we're at that time where we have to play our silly little game.
Oh,
So the idea of our game is I've got five cards in front of me. Now these cards are designed to be people who've been on past ones. So I'm going to help you on this one because I know you're newish to the industry. So we're going to make sure we do this right for you. But the idea is you're allowed to ask me only yes or no questions to what's on this card in front of me. You can pass at any point, don't worry. But if you do pass, that's a 1 minute penalty. And this is a scoreboard, and there's a pride at stake to try and.
so these are people in the industry, or these are?
So to clarify that, this is a really good point. Not always are they people in the industry, but they could be events, they could be apps, they could be all sorts of things. Okay, so probably at the first part of your questioning of each card, figure out is it human,
Okay.
you know, male or female, but obviously you're only allowed to use yes or no answers.
Gosh.
And we go from
Okay.
there. Are you ready to play some silly?
Not really. No.
This was definitely thrown upon you, Monty. Right. So you have as long as you need. I can only ask yes or no. You can skip at any point. Get ready to play our silly little game, and your questions start now.
Is it human?
No.
Is it software?
No.
Ooh. Is it an event?
It is an event.
It's not Accountex.
It is Accountex.
It
Yeah,
is.
we got that one for you. Go for it. Next one.
Okay. I'll go through the same questions
Yeah.
because that seemed to work.
It worked. Yeah.
Is it human?
No.
Is it an event?
No.
So it must be software.
But no. No. It's not software, but they're at this event.
Oh, okay. Is it in this hall?
Yes.
Is it in this end of the hall?
Yes, very much so.
Is it within eyesight?
Very much so, yeah. You might be looking too far.
Is there?
You're still looking too far.
Is their main colour green?
No?
Is it ASCII accounting?
It is as it can be. Yeah. Next one.
Gosh. Okay. So we've had an event, and we've had an institution.
Yes.
So this one must be software.
No.
Okay. Is it human?
Yes.
It's a person.
Yes.
Okay. Is that person well known to the industry?
I would say so. I might be
It-
biased, but I'd say so.
Is that person well known outside of the industry?
In certain aspects, maybe.
Okay. Does that person have a LinkedIn profile?
Yes.
Is that person from the United Kingdom?
Yes.
I've run out of questions. I'm going to have to pass on this one.
Are you sure?
There are so
This
many
one's
people
very
in the
easy,
world.
This one.
Very easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're looking at the card.
Yeah, you also might be looking at the person.
It's Aaron.
Next one. This one's really hard. We got someone to pick with it. They've done a really hard one here, but let's see how it goes.
Okay. So same as before. Human.
Yes.
It's not Rachel Reese.
No. Don't think she's been on our podcast.
Has this person been on a podcast?
Every one of these has been on our podcast, yeah. Everything involved is around our podcast. These
Is
are
it-
our cards.
Is it me?
No, not you. Not yet. There will be a
Now,
card for
that
you
would
one
be a
day.
curveball, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm going to have to pass on that
Are you
one.
sure on this one? You may not have known it. She's the head of ICB.
ITV.
ICB.
Oh, the ICB.
Yeah. Does that
Gosh,
give you any, does that help you?
no,
No.
no.
Amy Copeland.
Hello, Amy.
One question to go.
Okay. Human.
Yes.
Another person. Gosh. Okay. Would they be here today?
Yes. Very much so. They have to be here today.
Are they nearby?
I've not seen her around, but
Okay. So is this the head of Accountex?
head of Accountex, yeah.
Is it?
You know the name though, that's going to be
No,
hard.
I don't know the name.
We'll give you anyway, Caroline Hobden, head of Accountex.
Hello, Caroline.
So it goes from there. Brilliant. Well, with that though, one pass in the end. Yeah, you passed on Amy. So that means it was a 4 minutes 18. Add that on there, it's 5 minutes 18. You're still in the top like 20 of the leaderboard, so that's
I'll take
good.
that.
Yeah,
I'll
you
take
know,
that. 20 out of 20, that's not bad.
I'm about 40 now, so you're about halfway. I think that's a good. I mean, we've had some that were like 8 minutes and plus, so you did
Okay.
well. And the worst thing about the 8 minutes one, there was 3 of them.
Oh,
yeah. So you got to
It
be
was a
very
team
happy with
effort.
that. Yeah. You got to be happy with that.
Thank
right
you.
then. Well, thank you so much for having it. Use that camera, whichever one you want. This is your chance to plug, and plug away.
hello. Well, thank you, Aaron, first of all. Marcus Roscoe from eppiqTimer. We're here at Accountex on a mission to help accountants alleviate that horrible bugbear that every accountancy has, timesheets. And all you have to do is go to eppiqTimer, that's spelled EPPIQ, Epic, and then timer, TIMER.com. It'll tell you all about what we do and how we can save your practice a lot of time, money, and above all, frustration. There you go.
I love that. And thank you so much for being on our podcast. This is a podcast pit stop, so hopefully we'll get to have you on as a cool friend one day as well. And that's
Indeed.
when you get to have a card to go with it. So
I look forward to it, Aaron.
You get the opportunity to do that. But thank you very much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you
Thank
being on
you.
here. If you've enjoyed this video, then make sure you like, subscribe, and all that sort of stuff, because we're the home of all the accountancy-related content for you. We've got loads more Pit Stop podcasts coming from Accountex 2026. We've got our gridwalk. We've got everything coming your way. So make sure you like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.